There are so many phenomena in the world that cannot be explained by modern science or logic. When all the known explanations for the situation end, where do you go for the answer? How many unexplained cases in the world happen every day? Is it otherworldly forces showing us that we have very little control in the world around us? Or is it circumstances that people have yet to discover an explanation for? One such story takes place in a distant Pakistani village, Miankundi, and surrounds a small village family. At first glance, there is nothing unusual about the parents or their children, but the strange nickname of the two brothers suggests that something is wrong with them. These boys, Abdul and Shoaib, are called solar kids. Behind this name, there is an inexplicable medical mystery over this family. The brothers are normal and healthy children during the day, and by nightfall, as soon as the last rays of the sun disappear behind the horizon, the boys seem to become paralyzed, and wherever they are, they fall without signs of life onto the floor and remain motionless until the morning when the sun rises once again. At first, the parents were very scared by what was happening to their children. Over time, they learned to live with it, and they always try to be near the boys at sunset. They gently support the boys, put them in bed, straighten their arms and legs, cover them with a blanket, and let them rest until morning. At first, they sat by their bedside all night long to make sure that the brothers were all right. After developing this routine, though, they observed that with the rising of the sun, the boys would come to their senses and behave normally. The parents were very worried about this. If something happened to them, who would look after their children? Their father sent the boys to study in a madrasa, an Islamic study school, so that they would be closer to Allah. He thought that maybe if they were closer, then He would take pity on them and restore their health. The parents turned to traditional medicine as well, showing their children to the best doctors in the country. A professor at the Pakistani Institute of Medical Sciences, Wislam Abadi Javad Akram, studied this case very carefully and even called it a real challenge to the country's state medicine. The boys were already 15 years old when the best scientists of the whole world decided to take their case seriously. The boys' blood was taken for tests and sent to 27 Pakistani doctors and 13 foreign doctors. Additional tests were also sent to the US, to Johns Hopkins Medical Institute and Guy's Hospital in London. In total, more than 300 different tests were carried out, but no serious deviations from health were found in the boys. All the professors agreed on one presumptive rare diagnosis, myasthenia gravis. In total, only 600 people in the world are known to have this disease. In Pakistan, this is the only case that has been studied in depth by doctors. Many people believe that this is caused by genetic mutations because the parents of the boys are cousins. Studies have shown that it is among such marriages that the largest number of children with various congenital pathologies are born. Such marriages have been banned in many countries as a result. It was also discovered that the parents had 2 other children prior to their sons who both died at a very early age. This further added to the doctor's conclusions. The family has other absolutely healthy children, including 2 more boys and 1 girl. Fortunately, none of them show any signs of this disease. Despite the fact that the diagnosis given to the children may not be accurate and requires additional tests, they were still prescribed treatment, which has benefited them. At first, the boys managed to stay awake until 10 p.m. after sunset. Recently, they have even been able to move a little throughout the night. The parents were very happy that their boys had a real chance of a full recovery. The boys are full of strength and enthusiasm and even started making plans for their future. Both brothers dream of going to study at a higher educational institution. Shoaib dreams of becoming a research scientist to study rare diseases in the future. Abdul, after graduation, wants to become a teacher to teach literacy and mathematics to children in his village. Their parents hope that over time, with proper treatment and age, they will simply outgrow this disease and become ordinary members of society. In the meantime, the family is trying in every possible way to help the boys find the long-awaited health and peace at night. Friends, if you enjoyed this story, please like it, write your comments, and share the link to this video with your friends. Subscribe to our channel if you are not subscribed yet, and do not forget to click on the bell icon so as not to miss our new releases of interesting and unusual stories from all over the world.